If you are new here, then I'm so happy to have you. Please do stay and subscribe. And if you've come back, then thank you so much. All the support has literally made me so happy. So today's video is a little bit of like a story time. I love watching people's story times. I love listening to people's lives. I think that's so interesting. So one of my favourite girls for story times is Imagination. Oh, I love her stories. She's had such a chaotic life. Just me and my tea again. Today's story time is the story of why I am currently getting my implant removed early. And then I will film a part 2 sort of like a month after I've had it removed. Big disclaimer, it's not for child purposes. I don't want a child anytime soon. There's something that I want in the future, but then the last thing on my mind at the moment, that is not the reason. Just clearing that one up. I know I don't, that's the very, very last thing on my to-do list right now is have a child. This is not to scare anybody into not getting the implant. You physically cannot take a contraception recommendation from somebody because every single person is different. You and your friend might both be on the pill. You might both get spots, but one of you might gain a stone, one of you might lose a stone. Like, no two people are going to have the exact same experience. Everybody's going to have a slightly different experience. Even if they're similar, they're not going to be exactly the same. So that's just my advice I would give to girls. Please don't take advice from your friends, from your older sisters, from your older family members, from anyone that you know about any contraception, because one that they hate might work for you. I see a lot of people slating the implant, and up until recently it has been absolutely fine for me. This is my 3rd implant and I've had no issues up until recently, and they're really minor as well. So I'll get into the story. So basically, I have been on the implant since I was 16, turning 17. I think I might have just turned 17 actually when I got my first one. I can't remember now, but this is my 3rd one. So do the math. I don't know when this comes out. I'll have had it for 9 years, because you have them in for 3 years and that's it. So you get it in really easy, really quick, and then that's it for 3 years. You don't have to go for checkups. As far as I'm aware, you don't. I've never been to one. So you then go and get it out. And as far as I can remember, I think he takes it out and puts a new one straight back in. You don't have to do it on 2 separate appointments. It's really quick. It's under 10 minutes. It's under 5 minutes, to be honest. When my mum, said we're going to put you on contraception now, that was the one that we thought was right for me. Personally, trying to take a pill the same time every day was going to be a challenge. I'm always up and about. I don't have a stable 9 to 5 where I work the same hours every single day or have the same routine every single day. I've always been in education, so my days are different. I've been working part-time, so my shifts have been different. So it was quite difficult for me to set a time of day where I could take a pill every day. And then we didn't really look into the injection, and obviously coils are a no-go for somebody who's 17. I didn't want to have anything like that done. So the implant was what we went for. And when you get the implant put in, obviously it is normal to experience 2 to 3 months of bleeding. That is completely normal. They say that happens to every single person that has it. You can't get away from that, or nearly everybody that has it. I know someone will come in, I didn't have that, but yeah. That's why your body's adjusting to the hormone change. A heavy bleeding can happen for a month or 2 to 3 months after getting it fitted. So that's normal. A lot of people get it out because they're like, I was bleeding so much, but it's kind of expected, and people's doctors don't tell them that, and I don't really know why. Then decided to get it again 3 years later, so I had my 2nd one. And period wise, I probably had about, on implant 1 and 2, I probably had about 4 periods a year. Typically, it would have been birthday, Christmas, and 2 summer holidays that I went on a year, but we moved. Happy to have either regular periods or no periods. On my first implant, I was like, I don't want any periods. I'll be really happy if I don't have any. So I didn't, and I still don't really get any periods. Sorry, something on my face. You are filming, Ellie. Please behave yourself. And then when people used to say to me, oh, I can't wait to come off my contraception and have my body be at one with itself and be normal, I just used to think, why? Get used to it. You're going to be on contraception for the most of your life, so just get used to it. I'm in a completely different frame of mind now. So I then got the 3rd one put in October or November of 2019, and fine, again, normal. We obviously then hit lockdown in March 2020, and that's sort of when looking back, things might be to blame with this. I don't know. So I've always struggled with my skin from the age of about 19. I was at school, my skin was beautiful. I had people around me were getting spots, and there was kids obviously in all year groups with acne and things like that. And I never had that. I used to get like one little whitehead every now and again, like on my forehead or whatever. Never had any problems with my skin. Turned 19, my skin just did not like me at all. I have it on my chest here, blackheads and whiteheads, always have done since I've had the implant. Don't know, could be coincidence, we don't know yet. March 2020 came, lockdown hit, and I was working out a lot, exercising quite a bit, and I was in quite good shape. Not that I'm not now, but I was in like good shape. And my boyfriend is quite into his fitness as well, so he knows a lot about like supplements and things like that. So he was encouraging me to take creatine. And creatine is a supplement that's the most researched one out of all of them. So it's got the most like sort of results behind it and scientific evidence and things. And basically what creatine does, from what I understand, is just gets water to your muscles quicker, and that encourages them to grow. I think that's what it is. He's probably watching this like, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about. There's also been some studies that creatine can cause acne in people. I was taking creatine every single day. It's a scoop of flavourless creatine in my water. You don't even know it's there. You can get flavoured one, I think, but we just get flavourless to help with my training. And creatine works. I looked good from training and using creatine. But my skin was just horrific. I don't think I'm going to be able to insert a picture. If I can, I'll try and get one, like it will probably be in the middle somewhere. I'll try my best. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'll give it a go. Skin got really bad in April in lockdown. Cut out dairy for a bit because I was having yogurt for breakfast every day. Wasn't that. Changed skincare multiple times. Wasn't that. It was coming and going. Went on Lyme cycling. Didn't do anything. That does work for some people, but for more often than not, it doesn't do anything for people. Tried a weaker Duat cream, did a little bit, not a massive amount. Stopped taking creatine. Didn't actively say to myself, I'm going to stop taking creatine. I just kind of stopped taking it. And it kind of cleared a little bit. But ever since then, my skin's never been bang on right. I've never had that perfectly clear skin that lots of my friends have. I don't have that. Never have. And it is like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry because it's not an issue. It's really not an issue to have bad skin. But when all your friends have lovely skin and you don't, it is really upsetting. I really didn't come on here with the intention to cry. Give me a minute. I'm going to pull myself together. Woo! Right, it's fine. It's fine, Ellie. It's fine. Anyway, over the summer, when the sun comes out, skin kind of gets better. Happens all the time anyway, no matter what. Skin was great over summer. Skincare was working lovely. Found a routine that worked for me. All the way around this time, I was getting periods that were like not a normal period. I also recently have been having, for the past sort of 6 months now, a really big hard belly all the time after I eat, no matter what I eat. I don't get tummy pains, like, so I know it's not a food intolerance because I don't get stomachache. I don't need to rush to go to the toilet. I just get really bad big belly, like hard belly. And I think it's worse from when you're looking down on it, don't get me wrong, but still gonna get it. So the other night, just woke up one morning. So like the other night I went to sleep and then I woke up like this particular morning and I just thought, I want this implant out. I want it out. I don't want it anymore. I want to see, because my skin last week, 2 weeks ago, has flared up. Honest to God, could not tell you why. Could not tell you why. I've not done anything different. I'm not eating anything different. I've not been poorly. I've not eaten something and been like had tummy ache. I'm not bleeding. I'm not on a period. I don't know why. I all of a sudden just had this awful flare up here. This side has always been bad anyway, on my cheek. Here, my forehead's the only place that's always consistently clear. Even that had some spots on it. So back down. Confidence was back down at 0. Not feeling great. I woke up and just decided I want this out. I just think I will try anything. Don't want to cry again. I will try anything to clear my skin up. I don't know why I'm crying. I literally never cry about my skin, ever. But I just want to try anything. And if I take this out and it's gone, it can't get any worse. I might have a little purge, yeah, but it can't get any worse. So that is why I have decided to take out my implant. Not myself, I'm not doing a DIY job. So I rang the doctors. The doctor that does it is off. So I rang there's a sexual health clinic in every city, and I rang there. I think I'm going to go through that instead. I think it's going to be a little bit quicker to go through that. So I'm just going to go through that. I'm going to have a month at least off everything and let my body just be itself. I'm sorry, TMI again, I'm so excited to have a period and feel normal. And I'm going to see what happens to my body. Is my bloating going to stop? Is my acne going to go? So do does anxiety go? I have very moderate anxiety, the doctor said, but that was when I was going through quite a traumatic time of my life. So I don't know, it could have been induced by that. Is that going to go? Is my sleep going to improve? Because the list of side effects that you get from contraception is absolutely horrendous. And I have so much respect for women anyway, but when you're on contraception, like, you're a fucking queen. Like, we put ourselves through that. Like, the list is unreal. I'm not scared of the vaccine because I'm on contraception. Thank you very much. So yeah, that is why I'm getting my contraception removed. And then after my month or two, however long it takes, how long I feel ready, is over, I've decided that I think I'm going to go and try the injection. And that is because on top of my implant, I have tried many pills when I've come on a period and I didn't want the period to happen. I've gone and tried taking a pill because normally, like I say, I'd be on holiday and I've come on a period. So I needed some pills to take with me. So I thought I'd try the injection. Again, it's hard to go off other people's recommendations. I don't know one person that's had an issue with the injection, but that's not the sole reason why I'm going for the injection, because you can't base it off other people's experiences because they're completely different. Up until this past sort of 6 months to a year, I've been having no issues with this, and I would recommend it to people if they ask me what I'm on. But they say with the implant, I don't know if it's the same with every other contraception or not, but when you get the implant every 3 years, obviously you get it out and you get a new one put back in, and they say that every time you get it in, it's like a brand new person getting it in. So the first implant I had, that just because I had that experience doesn't mean that I'm going to get that experience again. So it's like a different person every time. Just because the first one worked for you doesn't mean the second one's going to be the same and the third one's going to be any better or any worse. So that's something to take in mind when you have the implant. So I'm going to give the injection a go, purely because it's not long term like this or a coil. I don't want to, that's too long term for me, because the coil's 5 years. Realistically, I would like, maybe in 5 years, within 5 years, I will maybe want a child. I don't know. So I don't want to put anything too long term on it. The injection is 3 months, and if I don't get on with it in that first 3 months, I don't have to go back. I can just go on a pill or something, and that's fine. I'm open to do that. So that's why I'm going to go for the injection. The doctor recommended to me, I've come close to getting this out several times now due to bleeding, and they have said, why don't you try the injection? That's the second thing they recommend. So that's what I'm going to go for. So I'll film a part 2 of this when I've had this out and how I'm feeling, if I feel any different, if my body changes, if my skin clears up. And I will probably do a video all about my acne journey, because it's so nice to see people on the internet with acne. It really is, because it's awful. It does consume my life. Don't cry. But it does. So I'm getting this out in an attempt to clear up my skin, see what happens. And I want my body to be completely as it should be, all hormones in balance, and just see how I am. So thank you so much for watching this turned emotional story time. It was actually just meant to be informative and chatty, but I ended up getting a little bit upset. But thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to continue being kind, because I ended up crying today. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a kind comment, subscribe to my channel, share this video far and wide if it can help somebody. That's the intention that I have with these kind of videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!